In the closing days of the presidential campaign, another round of chalking appears on the UTC campus.
Why were these UTC students suited up on campus? We will have the answer.
Do you want to travel overseas? Find out what study abroad can do for you.
Welcome to this weekend's edition of Mox News. I'm Jenison Owens.
And I'm Rachel Garcia. Your news starts now.
UTC has had yet another chalkening on campus.
Trump supporters have taken to the sidewalks and benches of the campus. Messages of support and admiration for Donald Trump were written in the Heritage Plaza, Quadrangle, and near Fletcher Hall. You could see anti-Hillary messages were written too. The controversy was short-lived. UTC employee officials washed the chalk messages away, claiming they were offensive.
Meanwhile, UTC officials restated the chalking policy. An individual or organization must fill out a chalking request form. That form then has to be scanned and emailed to Founders Hall, room 104. It can also be faxed or hand-delivered. Any chalking not following policy will be removed. Did you see a lot of sharp-dressed men on campus this week? It was called 100 Black Men in Suits. The event has swept across the nation this fall, and this week the movement came to our campus at Chamberlain Field. Not all the local black men were able to make the event because of work and school commitments, but organizers still called the event a success. The mission of the 100 Black Men is to improve the quality of life within our communities. They also want to enhance educational and economic opportunities for all African Americans.
Do you want to travel? UTC students interested in semester or year-long study abroad are required to attend a general study abroad information session. The study abroad staff will discuss available programs, transfer of credit, application procedures, financial aid, and scholarships. You will learn almost everything about study abroad so you can get the best experience. Go to Hooper Hall, room 203, Wednesday or Thursday, starting at 2 in the afternoon. Sessions will be held for the next 2 weeks. In honor of Veterans Day, trumpet players of all abilities are invited to play taps around the UTC campus next Friday. The event will start at 10 in the morning. Organizers say you should dust off that old trumpet and join the tribute. If you are interested, you can register at utcmusic.org. Here's our Emily Willis with the weather, so we may finally get some cooler temperatures.
That's right, and it's going to be welcome too after the record high temperatures we had this week. You will start to feel cooler temperatures today with a high of only 75 degrees. Check this out. Alpha Kappa Alpha was holding their fall festival on campus with inflatables.
Fellowship and have fun. We know that it's getting towards the end of the semester and we're getting towards our last exams and we're about to have finals and everybody's pretty stressed, so we just want to have fun and have a good time, eat, have games. We have one specific thing where it's called Pied AKA. So anybody who's in the sorority gets to get pied for $1. Yes. So we have this stigmatism where AKAs are called pretty girls. So it's really fun. It's one thing that's really fun and cool for us. We have an obstacle course. It's one of the games that you can play. And then we have really great food, great music. It's supposed to be really relaxing. And it's on a Friday, so the campus is just really laid back at this time.
Look for mid-70s highs throughout the next week with lows in the upper 40s. We have a chance for rain next Friday with a 40% chance in the morning. So enjoy yourselves this weekend and next week.
We have a lot going on in sports, and here's our Michael Snowden to tell us more.
Thanks, Jenison. WCU Catamounts last weekend. WCU scored 2 touchdowns late in the game to make the score look a little more presentable, but there was never a doubt in the game that the W from this game was going back to the Chattanooga Mocs. The Mocs will wrap up conference play at home against Wofford next weekend. They are also hoping for a Citadel upset at the hands of Samford so that they can share the conference championship between the 3 of them. On to basketball. Basketball is finally back at UTC. The Mocs have an exhibition game today against Covenant College, and they travel to Knoxville to take on the Vols November 11th to start the season. The Vols aren't the only SEC opponent the Mocs have this year. Later in the year, the Mocs will take on Vanderbilt. Interestingly enough, the Mocs are the only one of those 3 Tennessee schools to make the NCAA tournament last year. The wrestling team will also start its season this weekend. The Mocs will be taking on the Southeastern University at 10 a.m. on Chamberlain Field. The wrestling team has been one of the UTC's most dominant programs, and once again they are picked to win the conference championship. The women's soccer team has gotten back on track. Here's Jonathan Najar to tell us about how their season played out.
The Mocs women's soccer team's season came to an end last weekend with a first-round loss to Mercer. The Mocs went 4-4-1 in conference play this season. This was significantly better than the Mocs had been in previous years. In fact, they won as many conference games this year as the school had won in the previous 5 years combined. The Mocs are also a very young team, with freshmen eating up important minutes in positions such as center back, center mid, and even in goal. They will also have both of their top scorers, Peyton McCollum and Ellie Myrick, back for their senior season next season. With their leadership and the valuable experience that the young players acquired this season, look for the Mocs to be a dangerous team next year.
A UTC alum returned to campus to talk about her success in writing about ghosts and spooky events. Sherry Priest has written 20 books. Recently, she gave a reading from her latest book called Family Plot. One of the plot twists is the discovery of what is thought to be a cemetery near an old family home. That discovery is based on a real-life incident.
After they had passed, when it was added to the Federal Historic Registry so that you could get money to restore some of these old houses. It was kind of on the side of the mountain a little bit, so he goes to the city and goes, hey, I need to put in a driveway. I need to bring in some equipment. And the city said, you can't put a driveway there, there's a cemetery right there. He's like, I did not buy a cemetery. And they said, well, yes, you did. It's open right here on the county maps. It's right there. It belongs to this family.
Priest also has another successful book that could be made into a major movie. We'll let you know if that happens.
That does it for this edition of Mocs News. Thank you for joining us. Check out our videos uploaded throughout the week to YouTube, and don't forget to subscribe.
We air on the UTC TV channel and Housing Channel 2.1, so tune in and have a great weekend from all of us here at Mocs News.